I liked it.
That's all, folks.
Welcome everybody, I'm RJ of the Nerdy Brew, and here on this channel we talk TV, movies, and everything in between, all while drinking a cup of coffee. Now if you like one of those things or all of those things, why don't you consider subscribing and hit that notification bell and becoming a fellow Brewster. So today, fellow Brewsters, we are having a coffee talk of Dune 2021. So the movie stars Timothée Chalamet, Josh Brolin, Jason Momoa, Oscar Isaac, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya makes an appearance, Javier Bardem is in here. It is a wide range of cast of characters, and directed by Denis Villeneuve, who did the work of Blade Runner 2049, and he also did Arrival, and those are two of my favorite movies. And I will also say that this is not going to be a full review of the movie, plot points, breaking down certain things, but I do have thoughts, and I would like to know yours down in the comments below so we can have this discussion together over coffee. So with that being said, from this clip of the intro, I like the movie. I like the movie well enough. There were things about it when I started watching the movie, I very felt like it reminded me of Avatar from James Cameron in 2009, where there was immersive world. There was a lot of things that were set up in the beginning of the movie. I don't have history with the book of how detailed the book is. I did watch the David Fincher 1985 one throughout my life. It showed up on TV time after time. But I will say with this movie, it is a definitely good updated version, and I think it is composited well as a movie. The other one was, even though from the information that I know that the book and the book franchise is vast in its information, details, and storytelling, I think the other one, the David Fincher one, was very dense in throwing everything at us. But I felt like this one was trying to cater to modern day movie audiences, where there are things of knowing these houses, knowing these politics, the different alien races, and they're humans, but they're from different houses, and it's far into the future where space travel is a thing. And when we have that broken down, it was just able to be conveyed in a way that it was easy to digest, but it wasn't overhanding. It was like, this is what we are, this is how we laying it out, but please look at the visuals to understand this is the world that we're in. And that's how I felt watching James Cameron Avatar as well, that it was very immersive. I honestly feel like the pacing of the movie was quite good, because it was a movie being introduced to new audiences or people who aren't familiar with the book or the books or whatever else came before it. So I felt like this is the pacing of, this is the House Atreides, this is the protagonist, this is who we're following. This is Paul, played by Timothée Chalamet, and this is his world. These are the people that he is connected to, and these are the politics revolved in this one particular house, part of this intergalactic federation. And I felt that conveying the familial bonds and the camaraderie between all of those people shows that there is substance and a foundation to knowing the characters and how they transpire fully into the movie, and how the story goes makes it more impactful for Paul, who we're going along with. And one thing about this movie that was really something that kind of bothered me, but it's a trope and I don't think we're gonna get rid of it because we've been dealing with it. There was Gilgamesh, Aladdin, and Jesus Christ, Moses, you know what I mean? There is a savior for people, and it happens to always be portrayed in the patriarchal sense, but that's neither here nor there because Ray did not work out. But we will say that that was a trope that was invested or projected into the movie, that there was this savior and we're following Paul, and the way that it came about was prophesied, and they do that. So the saying goes that art imitates life. And one thing that I definitely got out of this movie, and the original source material was written in 1965, and we also got this situation throughout history, which is a real deal, is imperialism and colonialism. And if you think about the world powers throughout history, Egypt when it comes to Israel, and then you have like Assyria dealing with Babylon and Medo-Persia, and we get all the way down to the Anglo-US British monarchy and imperialism that we have today. They were in India. They German wanted to do their imperialism down for World War II, and all of those things. And most of it was in the base of trying to have the natural resources from an indigenous group of people, and we have brown people here in this, and thinking about Christopher Columbus, that he wanted to go to India for spice, and then he made it to what they want to call the New World, when there's actually been 1,000 years of actually people that made it to Americas prior, that even going through Aboriginals, migration out of Africa, stuff like that. You can definitely go look all that information up. But the fact of just a world power at the time, and it's definitely heavy in this movie, that there was this imperialistic group. There's this imperial federation that the houses belong to, and that is the major power. But then you have House Atreides, and House Atreides is the new regime that is coming to the planet of Arkanin or Arkin or Dune, wherever Zendaya is at, and trying to get the natural resource in, knowing that it is valuable. It is just like what we have for fuel here for gas. And what was George Bush doing? You know what I mean? Going over there to Iraq, and it was like a war of liberation. That was the guise under the fact of having the oil. The whole deal with the oil, and once you have oil, you can have enough to keep having the mechanism of the machine of weapons and vehicles and power, fuel to keep going. And Trump was definitely about getting coal, but he didn't leave nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He didn't declare war on another group for that. But those are just things that you gotta pay attention to. And as I said, art imitates life, and it was definitely prevalent in this movie that they threw on, and that's just something that I definitely wanted to highlight. That was something that I referenced and saw. I think a problem that the movie will face is that it slows down. But when it does slow down, it'll slow down to the audience. I feel like when it slows down, but I feel like everything when it does slow down is very purposeful. I don't feel like it would detract from the movie. I actually felt like it propelled the movie. But with certain people that movie audiences like fast-paced things, and if it doesn't get quickly into the action, but I felt like the action was always purposeful. There was a period of time when there's an assassination attempt on Timothy Chalamet's character of Paul Atreides, and just the tension building within that scene, felt why it needed to be placed, and it felt that we see that he's a skillful individual when it comes to knowing his surroundings and his place with his abilities as being a chosen one. There was also, the movie was definitely visual. If you saw Arrival, and if you also saw 2049, when it comes to the CGI work, and when it also comes to the practical building this world, it was definitely beautiful to look at, of landscapes and spacescapes that we don't have. We're not able to see it. Our planet is definitely very beautiful, but the things that they did with the technology was able to project that and have it in a way of the movie to make it visually pleasing. There are just a lot of purposeful, still, quiet moments when it's actually just a beautiful shot and a beautiful picture. The visual effects, along with the worms, and all the characters played their roles well. Jason Momoa was definitely a highlight. Being a warrior, being a Duncan, he was the most vibrant person with personality within the movie, and I felt like he was perfect casting for what they needed for the role. There's also this judge who was a doctor who was part Fremen, and Fremen is the people that live on Arrakis, and that is the moon, that is the planet with all the sand. And she was a very good character. And the movie is supposed to be part 1 of 2, and I felt like it left on a moment to warrant the rest of the story, because this is definitely felt like a part 1, and it laid the foundation and the groundwork of what we're dealing with, being involved into that world of Dune. Yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts about the movie. I would like to know yours down in the comments below. I'll give it a nerdy brew grade. Since I liked it well enough. I didn't love it. I'll give it a 6.4. I'll give it a 6.4. That is the nerdy brew grade. It is a 6.4. Now, with that being said, I want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts about Dune, all of it. It's a long-running book and franchise and series, and I'm only liking it on base value level, and new videos coming soon. Please bear with me, and I just want you to know how excruciating it was for me, y'all, that I have not watched anything from DC fandom, because I want to talk about it with you guys. So bear with me. Life is real, and I contend with life just like everyone else, and just trying to manage things. So this is a rarity for me to even get this video together, but I had time and I watched the movie and trying to work within the algorithm. It's a lot of politics. So when I get, so I want you to like, share, comment, and subscribe when I get to all the DC fandom stuff. And you could be notified about it, and you can get those views and likes up and help me grow the channel, and it is free charity. Alright, I'm gonna bring this video to an end, and I want you to be you, do you, see the bigger picture. Have a fantastic day, because you deserve it. This is that channel. Peace.